Wait, what's the Oregon State Hospital again? I'm Lillian Manja Hughes. I cover homelessness and mental health for the Oregonian. Key fact about the Oregon State Hospital, there used to be a lot more people there who were there because of severe mental illness alone, and somebody, usually a loved one, sometimes the police had committed them, civilly committed them for basically not being able to take care of themselves and being a risk of being a harm to themselves or others. Now, and this has been true for a few years running at this point, the majority of patients at the Oregon State Hospital are actually the second category, the people facing criminal charges who are too unwell to stand trial and who need to be stabilized. The Oregon State Hospital is on its third interim leader at this point since a little over a year when their last sort of longer term superintendent left. While the turnover, it's hard to say. I am hearing reports just kind of like in my inbox that I'm, working on validating that there are some concerns among people on staff at the Oregon State Hospital about how things are being run. In March, there was a death at the Oregon State Hospital. It was somebody who was in a seclusion room who did not, as we understand it, have proper sort of oversight while they were in that room, fell and or jumped, somehow ended up in a situation where they hurt themselves pretty badly and eventually died of their injuries without people being warned fast enough. The most recent interim before this interim came up with this 3-page plan on how to fix everything, and you can kind of tell from some of the things in that plan what the problems are. So for example, they said that there needs to be more staff training. There needs to be more of a focus on the hospital being a 24/7 hospital as opposed to a residential psychiatric facility. And then the plan also outlines, a lot of changes that have to happen to the emergency procedures at the hospital so that when there is an emergency, like somebody who is almost dying because they weren't watched properly, that there's like a clear set of steps that people follow and people are ready, staff at the hospital are ready to do all the things they need to do to avoid deaths. To read more about the Oregon State Hospital, click on the link in the bio.